All right, somebody here has been scrolling for an answer. Somebody's very curious about like clarity, desiring clarity on something. I'm going to ask what we're wanting clarity on if it resonates with you and your situation. This reading is for you. Okay. The situation is fuck. We've got Pluto in Leo in the 12th house. How your this is complex. That's why you're looking for clarity. This is how your egoic identity is inhabiting your spiritual spaces and the transformation that is being brought up. Like you're literally, I feel like everything that you've been taught to believe about who you are as a person is being completely dismantled. And it's almost like the world that you've built in your mind and like that imaginal space that you inhabit with your spiritual devotion or maybe escapism that you had as a child, it feels more real than this world. Okay? You feeling that? Welcome. My name's Izzy. I go by 8th House Mercury here. On my other account, I go by Australia, where I do evolutionary astrology. We're going to dive into some clarity around what this is. Well, we have the underworld and the mask. I love this. I love this for you. Like, this is intense energy. This is an intense initiation that you're going through. And the point is, you're not supposed to have clarity because you're meant to be perfectly poised and present with the storm that is literally wrapping around you right now. And I feel it viscerally. My crown is vibrating. There is upgrades happening and releases happening at the same time. It's like as energy moves in on the receptive side, the left side, energy is moving out, and it's like you just feel like you're I heard a conductor, like conducting energy moving through, and it's whatever's moving in is clearing out the old too. And it's visceral because each day you've been waking up and you're like, I'm a different person. And then the next day you wake up, you're like, I'm a different person. And then it keeps happening and you're like, who am I? Who am I? And that is the big question that is being asked at this moment, because we have, and it's 244. It felt important to name that. 244. The underworld and the mask. You're looking at your shadow parts. And not like shadow scary parts. You're just looking at the parts where Spirit's saying, they cross that out. They're like, it's not shadow parts. It's the root system in which your entire personality has been built off of. You're looking at the rot and the decay and the instability that has come from your upbringing, your parental unit, your circumstances. For some of you, I'm hearing like foster situations, like the groundwork that you were raised upon. And now you're at this moment where I feel like you're getting wiped clean, like a factory reset. And the underworld and the mask is really showing like, who are you? Who do you wish to be? You're actually kind of getting a choice here to build yourself. So, we have the king at the bottom. Like, that made me think of, hold on, a song called King by Lauren Aquilina. This used to be my jam when I was young and depressed. You're alone, you're on your own, so what have you gone blind? Have you forgotten what you have and what is yours? Glass half empty, glass half full. Well, either way, you won't be going thirsty. Count your blessings, not your flaws. You've got it all. You've lost your mind in the sound. There's so much more. You can reclaim your crown. You're in control, rid of the monsters in your head. Put all your faults to bed. You can be king again. You don't get what all this is about. You're too wrapped up in your self-doubt. You've got that young blood, set it free. And then it just keeps. There's method in my madness. There's no logic in your sadness. You don't gain a single thing from misery. Take it from me. You've got it all. Like, this is like really realizing that they literally are playing a sad, like tiny violin, but then they also put a record on and it was just like sad music. Like this background noise of subtle like depression is what it feels like, is because you've been so hyper fixated on your past and what hasn't worked. And now that's being wiped clean in the sense of like, yep, that happened, and I'm just going to choose to go forward and reclaim my energy and rebuild who I want to be. Literally the orphan was underneath it. I'm like, there's this juxtaposition of like, oh, I was abandoned, right? And I don't want to dismiss the reality that was your childhood, right? I'm speaking to myself in this reading too. But there comes a point in your life where you can no longer blame your parents and the people that were around you growing up, because it's your life. It is your life now, and you get to choose what you decide to do with it. Okay? It is yours. It is yours. And that's what this energy is. And it's very behind the scenes, all this 12th house energy. Like, yeah, crone coming out too. There's a lot of support coming from your future self. The version of you that's like, you've got it. Keep going. Keep going. Okay. We have Apocalypsis and the Queen. All right. And then the Kiss. Okay. So that's bringing in some interesting energy. So it doesn't matter how you identify. Please ad-lib whatever the frick you need to fit your experience. Okay. Apocalypsis. Oh my gosh, this is making me think of man, so many songs. Amaranth, right? Isn't that okay? Hold up. I can't find the exact song that I'm looking for, but it came from this story. One of my favorite artists, Crywolf, at one of his concerts shared a story about a dream that he had about, it's like slow dancing in an apocalypse. And I'm bringing that up because there's sort of like this very interesting energy of like, man, this frequency just got so weird and complex and multifaceted. And I feel like that is your relationship with your divine partner, where there's a lot of layers that just don't make sense right now. And what I'm hearing from Spirit very clearly is that however this relates to you and this person, use your discernment. You both have to go through this like ego collapse and this like identity reconfiguration right now. And like, it's fine, you're gonna be fine on the other side, but you both are going on your own journey. Yep, the prayer, the threshold, it's not meant to make sense right now. The riddle, the vessel, Althea, like, you both know that this love is present and is real and is true, but you both cannot go back to what was. Which means you both have to accept that you've changed and actually embrace this change and actually build who you want to be right now. I'm seeing, they just showed me a bunch of like Lincoln logs. You get to build who you are going forward. How do you take care of yourself? This next version of you, you literally have had the energetic and or are going to have the energetic slate wiped clean. Factory reboot. Memory reboot. Like, you're in this space where it's like, all right, who am I going to be? Who am I going to be in this life, in this experience now? Who is that? I invite you guys to like look at people that you enjoy, who you look up to, and like understand them. How did they get to where they're at? What are those core qualities that they have? Maybe they're book characters, maybe they're famous people, maybe it's like an archetype that you've been working with. There's something about like literally building yourself to be who you desire to be and building it brick by brick. And they're not giving me clarity on the connection, and it's not supposed to make sense right now, which I feel like is a little infuriating, but it is meant. You're not meant to be focused on this connection specifically right now. This is a result of you both actually freaking locking the fuck in and becoming the best versions of yourself. so that when you guys meet, it's like, oh yeah, there you are. I always saw that in you, and they saw it in you, and then you both had to actually go do the thing and be it. So I'm going to leave this here. My readings are open if you're interested.